Hi everyone, and welcome to the second of our candidates debates for the Student Union election for 2026. We're streaming live on Instagram at RGU Union from the Student Union here in the Riverside building on Agadi campus, RGU. I'd like to start by welcoming everyone who's tuned in online and who's here present in the room. You're all welcome. A big welcome to all of you today, and thank you all for joining us today. My name is Emmanuel Akerile, and I am the Equality, Diversity and Inclusion Advisor here at the university. But I'm also a former student president of Education and Welfare. So, of course, I'm delighted to have been asked to host this candidate debate this afternoon, to host this event, and it's a pleasure to be here. And I hope that we're all going to really sort of enjoy the entire process, both for everyone attending, but as well as the candidates. There are 4 different presidents and student parliament roles being contested this year as part of the student union's elections. But this week, it's all about finding out more about the candidates before you make up your mind about who you want to vote for. It is your chance to find out who they are, why are they running for these roles, what will they do for you if elected. And of course, you may have a question in your mind about what is the candidate debate. This year, the union is running a number of candidate debate events throughout the week. Today, we're talking to the candidates for the role of presidents, societies, and welfare. We'll start by hearing directly from each candidate. They will have a chance to outline their manifesto aims. They'll let you know what they want to achieve, and of course, why you should indeed vote for them. Then we will ask some questions of them, relevant to the role that they're running for, and of course, relevant to the manifestos that they put forward. Most importantly, today, we want you to have an opportunity to ask your questions too. This is your opportunity to ask them any burning questions that you have after reading their manifestos as well. So if you're watching live on Instagram and you have questions for the candidates, please leave them in the comments. We'll do our best to get through as many as we can during the event and ask them to the candidates. I've got a lot of support in the room, and they'll be helping me out with that, so please do not worry at all. But if you're also in the room, all you just need to do is put your hand up, and we will try and make our way round to you so you can ask your questions as well. So for this role, the President, Societies and Welfare, we'll have a bit of a candidate introduction. There are 4 candidates for this role. Number 1 is Harini Sampath Kumar. And then we also have Ayla Bukan. Have I got that correct? Fantastic. I've also got Kayode Ojabineni. Is that it? Have I got that correct? Thank you very much. And of course, we've got Nadia Wahid. Each candidate will be given 2 minutes each to speak. You'll be called in alphabetical order. We've received no apologies from any of the candidates today, I believe. So we've not got any apologies, but we've got 3 candidates in the room just now. So we'll hear from all 3 candidates as we go along. So next, we have some questions for the candidates. What would happen is I'll ask the questions, and you have around 1 minute to answer each question, okay? And of course, we'll go in different order. We'll rotate the order of the questions to all of the candidates as well. After you've spoken for the candidates, after you've spoken to the question that I've asked you, you have an opportunity to still contribute when we've got some further questions as well. You'll be able to answer any points or any comments that come in as well. So we'll go with the questions, and I'll start from my very near the candidates that's closest to me. We'll go in, like I said earlier, we'll go in an alphabetical order first. Okay, So we'll go with the introductions first in an alphabetical order. So Harini, if you could go first, then we've got Ayla, and then we've got Kylie.
Hi, my dear RTU mates, my fellow members. I'm not standing here as a rep. I'm here as a thinker. I have lived and worked in 5 different countries, and I'm not here, but I'm here to bring a solution, a practical solution for all your problems. My 3 aims are, the first one is for PGR upskilling. Most of the time, PGR students, like PhD students like me, are always under the umbrella and they are not being seen. So I am going to bring PGR upskilling, where all the PGR students, irrespective of payment, they will be getting voluntary teaching. My second aim is to radical accessibility through deadline stations. We all have met lot of stress to meet our deadlines, right? And don't worry, I'm here to bridge the gap. I will have a pop-up stations in every buildings to handle mental health and stress to meet the deadlines. And my third one is to bring International Cultural Society twice a year. At the moment we have International Society meetup once in a year, but I will be bringing and encouraging students to societies to participate, and they will still feel home away from home. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we please give a round of applause? Really, thank you very much. Ayla, over to you, please. You've got 2 minutes.
My name is Ayla. As a society founder, psychology student and class rep, I've seen how important community can be. I've also seen where students are struggling to find clear support and a sense of belonging. My aims are to get clearer, more accessible support for students, stronger and more visible society promotion, and a campus culture where students feel they matter. I'll achieve this by working directly with students and societies, improving communication and simplifying support pathways, and also making sure that societies have the tools and recognition they need to thrive. I'm standing because I know we can create a kinder, clearer, more connected RGU, and I'm ready to put the work in to make that happen. I'd be grateful if you vote for me.
Fantastic. Please give Ayla a round of applause. Thank you very much for introducing yourself. Over to you, Kyle.
Hi everyone. My name is Ojabineni Kayode Ibukun, an MSc student, project management. I am running for President Society and Welfare, and at the same time, I am the Vice President for the most prestigious, the most active cultural societies on campus, which is NSS, Nigeria Student Society. My goals are very simple: to build a campus where every student feel connected, supported, and informed. My journey as student union leader doesn't just start now. Sorry. I've started way back. I've actually represented students back in Nigeria, and I've gotten meritorious award. This actually means I am the most capable, I'm the most fitted candidate for the position of welfare, President Society and Welfare. What am I going to do? The first one, I am embedding welfareism into students' union and among the students. I am as well strengthening students' connection. How am I doing this? I am actually making sure all the society leaders are going to be seen. They will be strong to actually pass information to students. Because the most important thing, a lot of students has been in the campus. Most of them doesn't know about a lot of things going on. Yes, the students union are trying their best, posting on Instagram, posting on websites. Yes, that is very good. But most students doesn't have much time to be on Instagram to some extent. Why some doesn't use Instagram? We have our preferred choices of social media handles we use. At the same time, to be very short, I am going to strengthen the mental and the emotional well-being of the students by inculcating some events. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, can you give them a round of applause? These candidates today, they're very, very loaded. They've come prepared, and then we also have some questions for them. If you've just joined us online or you just joined us in the room, you will still have an opportunity to ask your questions as well. So if you're online, please leave your questions in the comment section. I will pick that up. I've got a lot of support in the room that will help us with that as well. But also, if you're in the room, all you need to do is raise up your hand and we'll bring the mic round to you as well. So my first question would go to all of the candidates, and we'll start from Ayla and work our way back this way. You've got 1 minute, 60 seconds to answer the question, so if you can just keep it quite short and straight to the point, that would be really helpful. So my question goes, a major element of this role involves helping the union's different societies and student-led groups. What challenges do you think societies and groups are currently encountering, and how will you support them to overcome these if you are elected in the role?
Well, I think that the challenge that societies and student groups are facing right now is engagement from their members. And I would help them to overcome this by helping promote them more around the campus and to encourage them to speak to people about their society as well.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Ayla. You've spoken about engagement. Over to you, Harini.
Oh, thank you for bringing up that question. And in fact, that is one of my second aim of my manifesto, I would say. Because at the moment we have totally 80 societies in RGU, and out of the 80 societies, some are active and some are inactive. And this is all because they lack engagement, and they don't. So that is why I am here to bring up a cross-cultural meetup where societies, members from each society will have a meetup, and I will try to bring funds for these societal engagement. That's one thing. And second thing is, I am going to give an award for the societal leaders where they can actually promote bringing up members. The more members they bring, the more reward they will get through my presidential scheme. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Over to you, Kayode.
The time is somehow short, but then I'm going to make use of the time. So, one major issue the societies have is sustainability. Having served as the Vice President of NSS, I've actually discovered most societies find it hard in handing over to another executives. The students are not really engaged, and I'm going to solve this by actually encouraging. I think they did an handing over in Christian society yesterday, and I saw the way it was. It shouldn't be happening like that. We need to give them more support by strengthening them, to encourage more students to be on board, to come, to aspire to actually take over from the outgoing executives. We need to improve more on sustainability. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Good. I can see, Harini, you've got your hand up, and I'll come to you very shortly. If you can just expand on that, Kayode, just in another 60 seconds. So you've spoken about need for more support for the society. So should you be elected president, how would you ensure that each society is supported in that regard?
Thank you. Regarding in supporting student presidents or executives, this is one of those things you need to make them feel among in any decision that is going to be made on campus. Number one, when they are doing the handing over, as the society president, you might not have time to be there, but you can actually provide an incentive, probably a certificate of office that day, because they had a lot of students. Yesterday, I was there. There were a lot of students there, and they actually did the handing over. I didn't really feel like it should be more of something like they need to celebrate.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, Harini, I'll come to you next. But while do you have a contribution to that as well?
No, I have a question to ask him.
Okay, please go ahead.
So I wanted to know, about sustainability. How do you think you can actually contribute society and sustainability together?
Don't get me wrong. Sustainability means continuation. How this thing can actually get improving more and more. That is why I said handing over lacked. And most societies lacked handing over. I think in some societies,
30 seconds.
30 seconds. I think there are some societies that doesn't exist because they lack sustainability.
Actually, to me, I don't completely agree with your point because they are two different things. You're trying to, bring it together. You're talking about engaging only, but I don't see any point in sustainability here actually.
Okay.
Sorry, can I answer the question, please?
All right.
I want to make it clear to her.
Okay, so you've got 30 seconds to do that.
Yeah.
And we'll move on.
Yeah, now there is Indian society. Imagine if you, are you part of any societies on campus?
Sorry?
Are you part of any society on campus?
Yeah, I am.
Or what society are you part of?
I have seen.
No, what society? Name the society.
Nigerian society.
You are not part of Nigerian society. You are not our member, of course.
I'm not part of any society, but I have seen people.
You've seen people.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's an election to some extent. And this is what can actually keep society going. If we have any society, if there are handing overs to executives by not forcing them, coming willingly. I actually opted in for the vice president role for NSS. But some executives in NSS were actually, okay, can you do this? It should not be like that. It should be voluntary thing. I want to be part and to keep the society going.
Okay.
That is where sustainability comes in.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can you please give all the candidates a round of applause? All right, that is indeed what the presidential debate is all about. I have a follow-up question to you, Ayla, and then we will go to another question. So you spoke a little bit, you spoke about engagement. So again, if you can just expand in 30 seconds, if you're elected as president, how would you help to ensure that engagement for each individual society?
I would ask societies to work together as well, to collaborate with one another so they can work, do events together and things like that, because I think that's something that societies don't do enough of, or if it does happen, then it maybe isn't as successful. So to get it to be successful, we can get a group of societies to work together, get their members involved in each other's society, and then because they maybe would discover that they have an interest in that society, and I think that would encourage more engagement.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. A round of applause for Ayla. Thank you. Talking about collaboration there for societies. Okay, so this next question as well will go around the table, and then I've got individual questions as well. So this question, I'll start from Harini, if that's okay. The question says, the union recognizes students will face difficult times and have several welfare initiatives to support students. How would you support the current initiatives in the union, and how would you champion new ones if you were to be elected as president?
I'm sorry, can you please repeat the question again?
All right. So the union recognizes that students will face difficult times. You've also talked about welfare initiatives. You've all talked about welfare initiatives. But the union currently has several welfare initiatives to support students as it is. How will you support the current initiatives in the union, and how would you champion new ones if you were to be elected president?
So to answer that question, first we have to find what the problem is. At the moment, if you see in our RGU, the entire support system is actually fragmented. They are all serving as a separate department. Say for example, finance is alone, mental health is alone, and student union is also alone. So I would bridge a gap. I would bridge all these gaps and combine it into one unified RGU, and that is how I will start. I will start my supporting the old initiatives and the current initiatives from there.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Can you pass the mic over to Ayla? Same question, Ayla.
So I would make sure that students know about the funds that are offered to them through RGU, and also that I think that a lot of students think that they can't approach inclusion because they don't have a disability, and I would make sure that they know that they can, and that inclusion isn't just for people who have disabilities. They can get a lot of support through there.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And over to you, Coyote.
I think before you are going to make anything known to students, you need to build a structure and platform. And I actually, it's my first priority aim. I'm building and using the class rep, giving them a very close relationship to build and to let students know about everything going on campus. These are the initiatives that we have for you. The class reps are going to be my first point of contact in anything I'm doing. I'm going to call them welfare connectors, because President for Education and Democracy have class rep for themselves. But for me, I am going to call them welfare connectors. And that is a very beautiful structure that is going to keep the students engaged, informed, and inclusive. Thank you.
Just a follow-up question to you, Kennedy.
Okay.
So you've spoken about welfare connectors.
Yeah.
Are these current reps, or are these new roles you're developing, and how do you intend to go about them?
Yeah, I know to some extent students are actually filled up with a lot of things on campus, and with my meetings with the student union, because I know I'm not the only one to make some kind of decision, but at the same time we are going to decide if we are using the class reps, or if we are having assistants class rep to make them the welfare connectors, to reduce the burden from the class reps, because I know the class reps might actually have obligations by with the academic activities, something like that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I have a follow-up question. Just before that, I have a follow-up question for Ayla. You spoke about making sure every student is aware of the support resources available across the university and breaking down barriers that may be the invisible barriers. As student president, who do you think you would work with to be able to achieve that aim?
Well, I would work with existing societies like peer support and also Nightline. And I would also work with the inclusion teams as well to make sure that they're promoting the union to make sure that they're promoting services more regularly to students.
Fantastic, thank you, Ayla. A round of applause for our candidates, please. Have you got a question, Harini, or have you got a comment?
I wanted to say that with the Coyote's point, he said that he will have these connectors called student reps, right? So I wanted to know, student reps are already, they are already having a lot of pressure handling academic as well as handling the students. How can you make sure that they are, the welfare is being maintained through the connectors? How do you make sure about it?
I'll actually talk about your question before coming here. So you are asking how am I going to reduce the stress or the burden they have already. But all my years in my own class, there is nothing my class rep is doing. They have done nothing. Probably only share messages that the lecturers ask him to send. That's all. That is all they do. I think this point, we just need a very good collaboration with the student union, and that is why I'm strengthening you are disseminating power from your side to them, makes them feel valued. You can't say you have class rep and then not knowing what they are actually doing there. They felt somehow they are not carried along in a lot of things they are doing, but make them feel valued. Make them feel like they are somebody, they are there for some things.
9 seconds.
Thank you.
But to me, I would say that we already have parliamentary members here who is here to look at the welfare. And not only that, along with other presidents, I would work continuously to look at the welfare of the students, women, for all the students from different societies, and I'll make sure that all the leaders in each society are aware of what inclusions are happening within the system.
Fantastic. Do you have got a question? Okay.
Sorry, what is the meaning of parliament?
Parliament members.
What is the meaning of parliament
Parliament
members?
members was introduced last year.
What is the meaning of parliament members?
Good.
Parli-
So we'll take it one after the other.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's your question.
Yeah.
Do you have an answer for the question?
So Parliament members are one of the members who is important for checking the roles of the President of Sports, President of Society and President of Education, whether they are doing their job correctly and if they have any issues to make sure that it is being solved or if the promises in the manifestos are being fulfilled.
Fantastic.
So,
Have you got a question or a comment?
yes, please, she tried. Now, having,
So
having,
hold on.
okay.
What I want us to do is, when there's a question, you ask your question. And if there's a follow-up comment, then I will bring you into
Okay,
it.
thank you. Okay,
Okay, so
thank
do you
you.
have a follow-up comment?
I actually have a lot of comment, but you can actually write it, don't worry.
All right. So for I've got a next question for the whole candidates to answer as well. We still have a few individual candidate questions coming up. So very shortly we would have that. Do we have any hands raised in the room? Yes. Have you got questions in the room as well? Yes. Okay. So we've got a number of hands. Would this be on this current question that has just been answered, or you got your own questions? All right, so we've got one over there concerning what was being spoken about. Two, same on what was spoken about. Okay.
Thank you very much. It's an amazing debate, actually. My question is going to Irene. So it's actually two questions. One is you spoke about award of excellence to the society leaders. That you're going to make that, you're going to create an avenue for that. I don't know if you know that we already have something on as regards that, which is called the Student Achievement Award, and we are going to be having one next month. And that's a day to award volunteers in the union, not excluding the society presidents and leaders of the society. Then also you said we have 80 societies in RG union. 18. 80, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have 8 societies. I don't know where you got that record from, but I'm not sure that's correct. I say maybe you have the record from somewhere else, but on the union right now, on the union webpage, we don't have up to 50 societies. So I was just concerned. I wanted to let you know that we don't have 80.
Okay, so let's keep the questions to a maximum of 30 seconds, just because I need to manage our time. Do we still have one for the same point?
Yeah.
Okay. For which of the candidates?
Yeah, for Coyote.
Okay, so hold on. Irene, do you want to quickly answer that question, the previous question, and then we'll move on?
I completely apologize for that. It was me who found it, and I think there is some mistake in counting the numbers. I think I apologize for that.
Okay, fantastic. We'll move on to the next question for Coyote.
Okay, thank you for this opportunity. I want to ask a question. You mentioned about welfare connectors, right? And one of the issues we are experiencing as a PhD student is that we are being overlooked in terms of welfare and how I've not seen you in the hub before, like meeting with a PhD student to connect with them personally, because I always come to the hub to know their issues and their weaknesses. So how do you engage with them? You just only mentioned about postgraduate and first degree
All right,
student.
okay.
Yeah. So how do you want
Fantastic.
to connect with them?
Thank you very much. Coyote, 30 seconds,
Yes,
please.
thank you. With all my explanations, I haven't made mention of probably undergrad or postgrad.
You mentioned about class reps.
Yeah, course reps, something
You
like
don't
that.
have course reps, so how do you connect?
How do I connect with PhD students?
Our welfare and other.
Oh, thank you. So apparently, I feel like I know there are SSOs representing each schools, which I am definitely going to work with as well to know the numbers of courses, schools, and programs that is going on campus. And I'm going to make sure I work with each and every one of them to actually carry all students along. And one more thing is using emails. And the student union are already doing that as well. If there is any opportunity, they use email to contact all students, which we are definitely going to improve more on. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So we'll move to the next question. And I actually have individual questions for each of the candidates. So I'll probably move into that now. And then we can also still take some other questions that come up as well. So we have read through each of your manifestos, you've introduced yourself, you've talked about your priority aims. So this is the point where you'll be asked questions based on the information that you've already provided through your aims and your manifestos as well, that you've committed to deliver if elected. So you have around 1 minute. So I will plead for you to please keep it to 1 minute in terms of your answers. Other candidates can also contribute in terms of each answer. So when I ask each person the question, if they've answered and you still have something to add into the question, you can also let me know and I'll bring you in as well. Of course, you also have the opportunity to challenge any facts or any commitments that you think is not achievable as well, and I'll try as much as possible to bring you in. So for this one, I'll go to Isla first and then work my way back. So my question to you, Isla, is you have identified cost of living as the biggest issue facing students, and you've included how you aim to address this. How will you ensure that all students across RGU will be informed and supported if you were elected?
Well, again, I would make sure that it's promoted, that these are available to students. But one of the things that I said was that I would make more spaces available for students to study so that they could come to the campus and more spaces were available. I would also consider the fact that there's not many buses on as well, and also the cost for buses for older students is quite a lot. It's only under 22s, and from Scotland that get free bus travel. So maybe consider something to do with the union in terms of getting buses as well. Not getting buses, but to contribute towards the price of the buses for students that are maybe struggling financially.
Okay, fantastic. Any of the other candidates want to add into that question, or do you have anything to say? Okay, just a follow-up question to you, Isla. You spoke about spaces. Do you think that there are not enough study spaces on campus? And where do you think these additional study spaces could be coming up from?
I think that it should be more known to students that they can use empty classrooms, because I don't think a lot of students know. And also, I feel like there is the project pods, but a lot of people use them as a socialising space and not a study space. So I would maybe emphasise that it is a study space. You shouldn't be going there to eat your lunch and have a chat with your friends.
Yeah, so promoting the study spaces more. And one final follow-up question to you. If you've got online questions, please just let me know. One follow-up question to you. The question I did ask to you was about all students across the university. How would you ensure that the funding support could cover international students who naturally will not have access to public funds?
I think I would speak to them as well and see what would work best for them.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Isla, for answering that question. Do you still have a comment? Or?
So I wanted to ask you that, so how is the spaces that you're talking about is different from the ones in the library?
Okay.
Well, yeah, there is the spaces in the library, but also they're not a lot. There's hundreds of thousands of students on campus, and there is not enough space to accommodate them all, well, not all of them at the same time, but the amount of students that are on campus daily.
Okay.
So how do you actually make make sure that the students are using those spaces only for studies and they don't use it for something else? How do you make sure?
I think that's a difficult one, but I would maybe make sure that people aren't patrolling. Well, not patrolling, but like going around and making sure that people aren't just chatting or eating their lunch when they could be eating it in the studio building, because there is a lot of space there for students to socialise. Or I see in the union quite a lot, I see the tables out there that are empty, that they could be eating in there.
Fantastic, thank you very much. Isla, you've spoken about the study space and then promoting the use of the social spaces as well. I think we've got a question online that could be read. Thank you.
Yeah, we've got a question coming in from Instagram. It says that not all students get parking, and that's allocated according to how close you stay to the university, which is a bit unfair. Is there a way that that could be looked at? Because as a PhD student who's in school 4 or 5 times a week, and they're unable to park.
Fantastic. Isla, do you want to have a go at that one?
Well, I do know that there was a lot more permits were distributed this year than there was in previous years. I travel 40 minutes to get to RGU, and so for a couple of years I didn't have a permit either. But you can also fight through inclusion to get the permit. That's what I did. If you have impairment, you can go to inclusion as long as you have like evidence to back it up, or just speak to the union about it. Contact inclusion anyway about it, because there might be something they can do.
Okay, fantastic. Any of the other candidates want to answer the question?
Sorry, can you come again with the question?
Yeah, the question was relating to parking and the fact that not all students receive a parking permit. It's allocated based on how close you are to the campus.
Parking space.
Yes.
Car parking.
Okay. Regarding car parking, I think it is one thing the students' union welfare cannot do it alone. The president societies and welfare cannot do it alone. This is actually what we need to discuss with the management regarding that. Thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. Is it on the same issue?
Yes, please.
All right, we've got one question in the room and then we'll move on.
Hi, thank you. So I've heard a lot of inclusion statement, and just like what you said initially, a lot of people keep talking about inclusion. It sounds really good when we talk about these things, because when we know the meaning, it's good. But basically, do we really do them? Because at the end of the day, when we talk about inclusion, most times people are concerned about face. I could tell my first year I had issues with account because I moved from England to this place, and I had issues with account, and I got to know I could apply via my supervisor to the school to get money, for the meantime. But I couldn't do it because it's not really part of
What's your question?
inclusion.
Yes, so
People most times have issues with like directing, knowing who to meet, how to meet it, anonymity, anonymity.
Yeah.
People want to be anonymous. So would this actually be provided in the aspect of inclusion when?
All right. Okay. Anyone want to have a go at that in answering the question?
Sorry, brother. Hello. Can you please come take the mic again? You need to clarify the question very well, please. Regarding inclusion.
No. Do you understand the question?
No, that's
all
right.
right. So the question is, the question was that inclusion is something we talk about.
Yeah.
So we need to go beyond face value.
Yeah.
For example, how do we ensure that we signpost the necessary or the available resources around campus so that everyone feels included?
Okay, thank you. So one thing regarding inclusion, and that is why I said I'm building structures with my welfare connectors. I will definitely reach out to the class reps, probably 2 weeks, in every 2 weeks, posting some vital information so that they can actually put on their groups. If there are any groups for PhD students, if they are not, we are going to make sure we build a platform for all PhD students so that we can actually provide necessary information. And if you feel like you want it to be anonymous, there are going to be links survey links. It's just going to be like survey links you can actually click on. It is going to be anonymous. No one is going to know your name, and no one is going to know anything about you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay. And just on that same note, I've got a question for you, Kayode. So this is your question. Your manifesto focuses heavily on the welfare aspect of this role. However, with over 1,500 students across all our societies, groups, and networks, how will your manifesto support them to continue to develop and grow their society?
Thank you. Again, I'm going to say the structure, everything still relies on the structure, but then you need to make all of these people that you are decentralizing or that you're giving power to, you need to make them feel seen. You need to make them feel valued. And how are you going to deal with this? Number one, just let them like get involved in a lot of decision making. How are we doing? It should be, how are we doing this? It should not be, this is what I have for the students. Start promoting. No. One of my priority aim regarding inclusion for the Grade School of Arts is to actually have RGU Arts and Culture nights. Or I told them we can actually think of something big. It might not be nights, and it can as well be nights. Give them the plan. Sorry, they said my time is up.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Anyone have any follow-up comment? Do you want any of the candidates have a follow-up comment to answer the question? Not question, to answer the question.
So what I would do is that I'm going to bring this inter-societal meetup every week and also meet the leaders of each society, and thereby we can actually make sure that everything goes smooth.
Okay, thank you very much. So you want to bring all the societies together every week?
Every week or every month, there will be a cross-society meetup where they can actually meet each members of within the groups and within the society.
Okay, that's all right. Alan, do you want to add anything to that? All right, yes.
So there is the society forum that runs every semester, and I think if it was done weekly, it would be a bit too much for society presidents to deal with.
Sorry, we can't hear you.
All right, if you can just hold the mic a little bit closer.
Sorry. There is the society forum that runs every semester, and I do think that if how would you make the time, help societies to make the time to attend it, because society presidents already have a lot going on within the society life and their student life as well.
All right, so did everyone get that? For those who may be online that didn't get that, what Isla's just commented on is that there's already the Societies Forum that holds once a semester. It would be too much to hold that or something similar every week or every month because society presidents are already dealing with a lot. Do you want to provide a very quick comment before we move on? Okay.
So my answer is that I completely agree that it's happening every semester, but how active it is going, how many people are being included within that? So that's what I want to make a difference here.
Okay, fantastic. Kayode, do you have a quick comment? We need to keep it to 20 seconds, please.
Yeah, question for Irene. Sorry.
Okay.
So you said you need to how are they doing things? You need them to doing meetings every 2 weeks or every week?
It's going to be every month.
Every month.
Or
Number one, it is because you are not part of any societies. That is why you are talking like that. I said I am the vice president
20
for the
seconds.
I said I am the vice president for the most prestigious cultural societies in the campus. That is to tell you we actually knows how it is done. You need to come to us and ask us how things are being done in the societies and promoting the welfareism of Nigerian students.
I completely agree with whatever you said. It is happening, all that I agree. But people who are at the other side will only know the pros and cons of the society that is being already established and that is already going on, right?
Yeah. Do you know you don't even remember your own society? When I asked you the other time,
All right.
what society do you belong to?
So, just very quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So this is the point that me being in RGU for more than five years now, I have not been known, I'm not aware about Indian society being existing. And this is because we are not aware of it. It didn't reach me. It didn't reach
Okay,
many of
no.
us.
A comment. Sorry.
No.
Last comment.
No. All right. So, do we have a question in the room? All right. Okay, we've got one question, 2 questions in the room. If you can please keep your questions to 20 seconds and go straight to your questions, and then we'll take them very quickly. Who's asking the question?
The question is for Kayode.
Okay.
You have been mentioning about welfare connectors. What strategy have you put in place to build a sustainable welfare connectors in Agriculture? Because it just not like you mentioned welfare connectors
5
after
seconds.
1 month or 2 months or 3 months and it's not in existence again. What strategy have you put in place?
All right. Strategy for welfare collectors. 30 seconds.
Thank you. It is not even going to be up to 30 seconds. So regarding that, I mentioned it earlier that there is definitely going to be it's not going to be like meeting up, but reaching out to them regarding anything that is planning, anything we are planning in the student union. This is what we are planning. It is called consistency. Reaching out to them, it's either every month or every two weeks. Reaching out to them, that is the strategy. You need to let them be involved and getting them involved in anything going on.
All right, thank you very much. Second question.
Okay, my name is Momali. My question goes to, I don't know the name.
Harini. Okay.
Yeah. You are not a member of any society for 5 years, as you said. So how will you know the welfare of students for just this stipulated period while in office? Because we will not have time to interact with other students.
All right, fantastic. Quickly, 30 seconds.
I'm not part of any society because I was not aware of it. Just because now I am competing for the student role, I have been aware of societies that is present and have been looking into what are their roles and what they have been doing and what they are up to now.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, we've got a comment. Just one quick comment. If you can keep it to 20 seconds, please.
Thank you. My name is Mary Jane. Somebody not being a part of a society, I don't think is a problem. It should be a problem for contesting. Some things trigger something. She has not been part of it because she has not been aware of it. And it's a problem already existing, which triggered her to be part of this, to make it aware to some students that are facing the same problem she faced. She has been a part of other things. She has represented postgraduate student, PhD student, and she has really done well. If she's not aware of this society, that means there is a problem. So I'm not aware of so many things happening in the school. There is a miscommunication, and it's a problem she wants to solve.
Fantastic.
And
thank you very much.
Because she has faced that challenge, I bet you she will find a solution to that, and that solves a problem to other students facing the same challenge.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was very, very good. Thank you very much. Okay, I can see the hands up. Unfortunately, I would need to move on to my next question, and we've got time at the end. I'll try as much as possible for us to take it. Harini, I've got a question for you. In your manifesto, you talked about volunteer upskilling. How does this relate to societies or welfare? Is this priority not more education focused?
It is mostly education focused because most of the students studying in RGU, they are always worried about their future after their studies in RGU. And that is where I have my manifesto saying that upskilling is more important. How many PhD students are aware of advanced training programs that RGU can actually guide them for which they can actually become a lecturer in the future? So giving them a voluntary teaching roles will make them more capable of becoming a better person in their future.
Fantastic, but I want you to expatiate a little bit more on the core question, okay? So you've answered the part on volunteer upskilling, but what I want you to touch on is how does this relate to societies or welfare? The question is Irene.
So I would say that so this will definitely help the welfare of the students because it is giving them a chance for employability. That is one thing, and not only that, it is actually helping all the students with respect to undergrads. For example, I am going to bring in industry-linked hackathon that is already being established from computing department, but I am going to bring sustainability challenges. I am going to bring industry-linked challenges which will actually help in welfare of the students.
Okay, just two quick follow-up questions because you've spoken about bringing in industry links. Do you have these industry links yourself, or is there a strategy to go about it? That's the first question. The second question is, how will you ensure you don't encroach on the remit of the other presidents, other student presidents with your initiative?
So the president of Society and Welfare cannot stand alone for everything. So sometimes we have to work as a team. So I will definitely work as a team with my president of education to work together to bring up the social welfare of the students.
Okay, and back to the industry links. Do you have these links, or do you have a strategy?
I have a strategy for...
if you can talk about your strategy for just quickly, 30 seconds.
So at the moment I have had a talk with the dean of my engineering department where they have told me that they will work on bringing up the upskilling where voluntary lecturing or teaching can be done. And that is one thing. And second thing is already the other departments have some I will interact with the employability team in RGU and try to find out the links where students can actually go and do some internship.
Okay, thank you very much. Just very quickly, while I ask the candidate for any follow-up comments, if anyone has got any question online, please just quickly drop them into the comment section. We are almost at the point where we're bringing the debate to a close, and if you've got a question in the room, please just signify, and please be prepared to keep your question to 20 seconds. So any of the candidates want to add in any comments you think you want to talk about in terms of the question that was asked? No comments? Okay. Any question in the room? Okay, we've got one question. Is there a comment? All right, is there a question? A comment. Please keep your comments to 20 seconds max.
Thank you very much. Like I said, it was an interesting debate, and I wish and hope that there's no pressure at all. So it's a comment following up what she said earlier, what Irene also said.
Okay.
Most times, we are not supposed to allow people come to tell us to join something. You know, information is passed to every student as soon as you come on campus. The union does a lot of things to make sure things are out there for students. The university does a lot of things. We send emails, the university will send newsletters and all that. And our webpage is open to everyone. You know, you can see all societies there, which one to join. And again, we have series of events on campus.
5 seconds.
And we did something this year. We said we are not going to base ourselves on just online to disseminate information to students. We also started doing in-person meet and greets at every time to be on different on different schools for vicinity.
Thank you.
And
thank you very much. Thank you very much. The second comment, just very quickly, please, 20 seconds max.
So my comment basically is, my comment is very simple. Now, every of these things basically goes back to the grassroots. Now, like Alina has always mentioned, research students basically are ignored, like totally neglected. And when the president here mentions, he talked about sending messages and all like that. I remember about 4 months ago, 10 seconds. 4 months ago, we reached out to the society, trying to make them understand that we had an opportunity to represent RGU and we needed votes. The way we were treated was so bad. Now, if we look at the grassroots, how we go back to the societies basically are where the numbers are. This is the grassroots. This is where people are actually belong and involved with. And when things are involved like this, it discourages people, because when you look at how you were treated, how do I become or be involved in such kind of society?
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. So, unfortunately, because of time,
just one point. I wanted to just add one point.
If you can just keep it to 10 seconds, very good.
So adding to his point, recently I even emailed all the societies in Arju, Indian and Ghanaian and all the societies, and I didn't get any reply at all. And people, how many people are actually looking at their emails every day? We just ignore emails when it comes from student union or something else because we are all very busy. Consider any PhD students, all of them are, every day they are bombarded with so many emails that they don't even have time to go into the mail and look at it.
Okay, thank you very much. At this point in time, can I say a very big thank you to all of our candidates. If you can please just thank them on my behalf with a round of applause. Thank you for taking part today. Thank you all, everyone watching online, for watching, and everyone in the room for attending to this Celebrate Yourselves. I think you've made an effort to be here. And to those who have submitted questions as well, thank you very much. Remember to join us at the same time tomorrow and Friday to hear from candidates from all other positions in this election. Please keep in mind that, of course, the purpose of the debate is to be able to hear from the candidates. But of course, in recognition of all the efforts of previous presidents as well, there's always something to be done. So having a debate like this, sort of opens up on what more that could be done and what the candidates, or when elected, can take forward. So a quick reminder that voting opens next week on Tuesday and runs through until Thursday. Results will be announced on Friday next week at 2 p.m. Before then, you can still read the manifestos, you can watch the campaign videos, and you can find out more about each candidate on the Student Union website. All you have to do is go to www.rgunion.co.uk. Okay. That being said, for myself and everyone at the union, good luck to all the candidates. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for watching.